friends.
Hi, good morning. It's Monday. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm having a rough start this Monday. I'm not going to lie.
Hair friends are allowed to have Mondays too.
I need more coffee. I need more sleep. I didn't want the weekend to end. What'd you do?
It was a good weekend. I just relaxed, hung out in nature a little bit. What about you?
I stayed home. I chilled. And then that's why this morning I didn't want it to end. It's cold.
It's
and
freezing
there's
out
still
there.
snow everywhere, but the roads are cleared off. You know how it is. We're here in Springfield, Missouri. We got tons of snow, a little bit of ice, but it's all clearing up now.
A lot of bit of ice, I feel like, all the time.
We hope you hair friends are safe out there, staying warm, staying caffeinated, and getting your Monday started.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Well, it's Monday for us, but it's Wednesday when they're hearing this. So
Yes,
happy Wednesday morning.
happy Wednesday, hair friends. But it is Monday right now for us, absolutely. And today our topic is hair boundaries.
Hair boundaries. We're going to do a deep dive, honey, into why it's important for you to have hair boundaries, not just for you,
Yes.
but for your chair, for your salon, for the environment.
And for your mental health.
100%.
Absolutely.
Well, this is really the inspiration behind your whole TikTok.
Yes. I actually just learned what boundaries were a couple years ago myself, and I wanted to almost tell everybody. All
Right.
the hair friends needed to know about this secret that none of us knew.
Right. Well, we're going to do a deep dive into that today. But first, I wanted to say a little something about our sponsor, Salon Service Group. This is such an amazing company, and I want to give a little shout out to the founder. And if you don't know, the behind the brand founder of Salon Service Group, Gina Barbo, an Australian-born Italian entrepreneur and founder of U-Smooth. He moved to the U.S. in 1985 after meeting his wife, Diana. Together, they started an independent, family-owned distributorship built on the belief that success is a natural byproduct of doing things the right way. His devotion to the salon industry, combined with his desire to help others feel their best, inspired him to create U-Smooth and the U-Care Foundation, which we stan.
Well, yeah, so super inspirational, right?
Amazing. They donate 2% of all the sales from U-Smooth to the U-Care Foundation, and any stylist can go to usmooth.com and apply for those funds, which are there to help stylists in times of need. Amazing, fantastic. We're so happy to be sponsored by them, and thank you so much, Gino. You're amazing.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Gino.
So, hair boundaries
boundaries.
and why they're important.
The first one I kind of want to talk about is like know your worth. This is really hard for artists in general, but I'm going to break it down to hair artists right now. For my hair friends out there, I know how hard it is to sometimes charge your worth when it comes to any hair art, especially if a client's having a rough day or a rough moment in their life and you know that you can help out just a little bit. It's okay to every once in a while, but when you're constantly doing that, that adds up to an electricity bill. That adds up to rent, a mortgage. It adds up after so many times of being so
well, and I think too, like
giving.
I know that as a client, I've gone into a salon and I have unloaded.
We all do.
Whatever's going on that week, that month, that year in my life, I'm letting my stylist know. They're touching
Sure.
my hair, they're touching my soul, they're touching my heart. I feel like there's a connection.
Yeah.
However, you guys have lives too, and you have bills, and you have things going on. So remembering that before you hand out free services and doing all these
Absolutely.
things for your close personal friends even, I think too, knowing your worth, that's really important.
Well, and I think outside of just when it comes to like your bills and everything like that, we are taking extra classes. We're traveling to see these classes, these artists teaching us the newest trends, the newest hair art skills out there, the techniques, all of that. And so if we're learning that, we're paying for these classes.
Right.
We're like growing all the time. I mean, there's new trends out we have two going on. Well, there's more than two, but two like hardcore ones going on right now.
Right.
And it would be like the shag and the mullet right now, right? Well, not everybody knows how to do that. So we have to take these classes, and we usually have to pay to do these classes and take them. And then we're bringing that back to our clients. So we need to know to charge our worth on that.
Right, and you want your hair artist to be continuing their education consistently, continuously every year, so you're constantly getting the most fresh version of your style or cut, or if you wanted something new, your stylist is going to know what's going on.
Yes.
But that means that they need to charge what they're worth so they can continue to be the best stylist for you.
Yes.
So that's a good hair boundary. Know your worth.
Know your worth, hair friends. The second boundary I was going to talk about is scheduling boundaries.
Ooh, this is a big one
This
for
is
you.
the hardest one because we're yes people. All we want to do is say yes, 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 because we want to make you smile. We want to make your hair dreams come true. So what we will do is say no, no, no to all the things that we may have already had scheduled in our private time or with friends or with family. And that's kind of what happens to a lot of our hair artists out there as hair friends.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I know that having a very diligently laid out schedule is very important for you. I'm more of a fly by the seat of my pants kind of girl.
And two different people, but
Two
both
different
very
people, two different
successful
vibes.
at those, like that way
Right.
of thinking, you know?
But I know that work-life balance is very important to you and a lot of the
Yes.
other stylists that you know that we talk to.
Yes.
And setting up those boundaries where you do not go in on certain days, even if your client is really pushing you, you've got to set up those scheduling boundaries so that way your time with your family and the time for you, downtime, just alone time.
Even alone
that needs
time
to be
is so
protected too.
Yes, it's very important to actually recharge your battery because you are listening to people all day. You're enjoying your time, but there's also times where we're talking about very deep stuff as hair artists with our client hair friends out there. And with that, that can be really draining to your battery. So you need that alone time also to recharge.
There have been many a day where I've come home and Tristan is in his room by himself, crystals, recharging his energy,
Complete
lighting
dark.
some good positivity candles. And, you know, I mean, I think that it's important for you to have that time and to save that time because even in a service industry in general where you have a license and there's no real boss to take a day off, it's up to you to set those boundaries. You could be working 7 days a week if you don't protect your time.
Absolutely. You really, really can. And a lot of us, if we don't work every single day of the week, we work what I call nurses shifts. You know how nurses work like all hours in the world, longest hours, saving
and
everybody.
Shout out to our nurses and everyone on the front lines, the
nurses.
real superheroes. I'm a big Marvel fan, but you all are the real superheroes to
If
me.
we've learned anything through this pandemic, nurses, heroes.
Yes.
Absolutely they are.
Well, and I remember too, like even when the pandemic first started, like people were freaking out because they weren't gonna be able to get their hair done. Mm-hmm. It was one of the first things that people like, I have to leave my husband's never seen my roots.
Yes, and actually,
I'm running out of foundation, and my roots are showing.
When it comes to the mental health aspect of the what we went through with the pandemic, doctors actually were stating that hairstylists were very important during the pandemic for mental health.
Yeah, but what about their mental health?
What about now our mental health?
That's where the boundary
and that's
comes
where the
in.
boundary comes in on scheduling. You know, honestly, when it came to the starting of the pandemic and mental health, and then creating boundaries, I wasn't the best at that because the only time I got to see people and hang out with people and like speak with other adults was scheduling like a lot of work in because during the pandemic that was the only thing we could do. Right. But the last the last actual boundary
so the third
today,
boundary we're going to talk about
is I don't like this one, but it's very, very important, and I do like it. It's odd. It's odd. I've only done this to a few people in the 10 years that I've been a hairstylist, but there are times where we need to fire clients.
Ooh.
I know. They fire us all the time. Let's be honest. They fire hairstylists all the time and go to new ones.
That's true.
Why are we so uncomfortable?
And without a call.
Oh, without a call.
Without a call, a note,
Just
a card,
stood up.
no text message, just ghosted, left on
I
red.
can't. Left on red. So when it comes to that, firing clients, we definitely need to do for our own, again, mental health safe space of our chair, and not only our chair, other clients in the salon, your other clients, and also your hair friends and family that work with you.
Right, because your chair and your client and you're not in a vacuum by yourself. You're usually in a salon setting. There's other stylists and chairs next to you, other people. So it's really important that the whole overall salon environment is a welcoming, safe space for anyone that walks in.
If I've learned anything at Blue Sky Salon downtown in Springfield, Missouri, is that literally the atmosphere of the salon is the utmost importance of our entire vibe.
The vibe.
Yeah, it's very important because if one bad vibe or one bad attitude can really throw the entire.
And that could be a client or stylist.
Oh. And that's why we have to be comfortable with firing clients. We don't have to be like, you're fired, it's over, and make this big dramatic scene. We just simply say, hey, I think there might be a better fit out there for
A hair friend
you.
would never.
A hair friend would never. There is always a better fit out there. There's someone who can collaborate better with your hair goals, your hair dreams, your hair aspirations. But that's just not going to be me, unfortunately.
Right.
We
It's
don't
like
have
dating.
It's just like dating.
It's like dating.
Don't leave
It's
us
okay.
ghosted anymore. I'm not going to ghost you.
Right. Right. Well, I mean, this day and age, ghosting, being left on red,
Yeah.
a breakup over text, it's so common. But I
Yeah.
think, too...
And it might be something that can be adjusted, too.
Absolutely. Well, and I think, too, it's okay that you're not the right stylist.
Yes.
And the way that I know that you've handled it, because we've had discussions about specific conversations and
Mm-hmm.
scenarios. We're not going to call anyone out. We're not here to expose anybody.
Absolutely not.
So
We're
if you're
not.
listening for people to get exposed, that's not what's going to happen here.
Yep.
But I do know that you always approach it with, here's what we could do, or this is maybe a different stylist that you could use specifically for you. You never put it all on them. It's more of, this isn't vibing between the two of us.
We honestly get out of our hair boundaries as well when it comes to just being
Like when you fired me.
uncomfortable with our art in general. We will go above and beyond to do something that we're even uncomfortable with. And so instead of I'm not saying don't ever get out of your comfort zone, but what I am saying is if there's another stylist that specializes in this, feel comfortable
Right.
to tell your client, hey, this client over here, or this
Right.
stylist, this hair friend over here, they will make your hair dreams come true with this.
Absolutely.
So not always firing a client doesn't have to be a bad situation either. It could be
No.
that you just simply don't specialize in the hair art.
Exactly. I mean, if they're going to benefit and have a better outcome with their style and what their wants when they walked in, they're going to be happy about that.
Yep.
And then it's not going to be so awkward.
Nope.
Now, you're not talking about when you fired me.
Oh no! See, well, that was actually at the end there. So we had he liked something that I wasn't actually licensed for. So he likes shaving his head, and as
I went through a phase where I wanted to
cosmetologist-
be completely shaved down, like to the skin.
Yes.
I just did not want to see my hair thinning
And I
anymore.
wasn't licensed to do that, so I had to fire him, but not really because of a bad situation. It was because I couldn't put a razor on his head, and so now Adam at Blue Sky Salon takes care of
He
him.
did it in
He's
public
he's
at
my
a
barber
restaurant.
too.
It was, but it was fine.
It was
fine.
at
We're still
public
best
at a
friends. We're still best
restaurant.
friends. So, thank you guys so much for listening
thank
to
you.
these hair boundaries with us. It's important to have these conversations. If you or a stylist in your salon is having issues or struggles creating hair boundaries, have a chat with them and have them listen to this podcast. Maybe it'll help.
I think it will.
Maybe.
Make sure to go to myhairfriend.com. Check out HairFriend Hair Care.
On TikTok, yes.
It's coming soon, 2022 spring.
Spring.
And
Right around
then
the
right
corner.
now at usmooth.com, you can do pro bundle sets. They're on sale right now, so please make sure to check out usmooth.com.
Yes, and remember,
then the
2% of all those
Foundation.
sales go to the UCare Foundation, which we mentioned earlier. Thank you so much to our sponsor, and until next time,
Bye, hair
Bye, hair
friends. Cheers.
cheers.